I'd like to go ahead and get started and hopefully get you out a couple minutes early. I know we like that at conferences. My name is Chris Arita, and I teach at the middle college at High Point. And today we're going to be presenting to you on Flipped Instruction 101, and I wanted to give you just a little bit of background into why we chose this particular topic. One, I was sort of driven by this with regards to some classes that I'm taking at UNCG right now and trying to finish up my master's degree program. And I decided to approach flipped learning as an action research project. And I was really intrigued by it when I recently moved to the school that I'm teaching at now. And I'll give a little time for my co-presenter to introduce himself, and he can give a little bit more background into why we're presenting this today.
My name is Jairo Lopez, and I'm actually a Spanish teacher, so not social studies. But the reason I am part of this presentation is because as a school, this was our professional development for a whole school year. The whole school did flipped instruction and flipped videos, and so Chris came the year after we finished that, and so we caught him up on it, and he just took off with it as well. And I've actually also presented for World Languages, so this is my first presentation. And that's kind of how I got involved in helping Chris with his work. And we actually both just got over something, so if we sound a little hoarse, we apologize for that. But we're going to go ahead and get started. And most of you have already seen the warm-up. It's just the teacher in us to put a warm-up up to start. And just kind of think about these questions. On average, how long do you think it would take you to deliver new information, notes? 5 minutes, 10, 20, more? Probably more, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being difficult, the most difficult, how difficult is it to deliver information to students that were absent, or students that are gone long-term, or students that zoned out and didn't pay attention? What do you know about flipped instruction? And finally, on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult do you think it would be to implement flipped instruction in your classroom? So let's start with the first one. On average, and you can just kind of toss numbers out, how long would you say it takes to deliver new information? 15 minutes? 20? Alright, so about 15, 20 minutes, and depending on the topic, maybe more. Or maybe it's not in one class period, maybe it'll take several. Alright, on a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is it to catch up students that were absent? 10. 10? Depending on the student, maybe higher than 10, right? What do you know about flipped instruction? I see a lot of shaking heads. A little bit?
Yeah, we have professional development in our school as well, but it was more focused on math teachers.
Okay.
So I'm struggling as a social teacher. They want all of us to flip, but I just feel like I don't understand how it's applicable to social students.
Okay.
Math makes a clear, perfect sense to me, but I'm not a math teacher. So.
And we'll definitely address that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And finally, on a scale of 1 to 10, with what you know about flipped instruction,
Good?
yeah,
Sweet.
how difficult do you think it would be to implement it in your classroom? 10? Okay. Out of 8. Alright. Well, that's fine. I'll go ahead and continue talking about flipped instruction. And so first, let's talk about what it is not. And it's not a replacement for you as an instructor.